pack of shit.
I'll do that tomorrow. Oh, very interesting.
Bye. Hey guys, Tyler here. I'm back. I had to do with I had to eat dinner. I ate dinner later than anyone else does. So we'll be on it for a bit here. That's about it.
Every tool, every ingredient, and every piece of equipment has the designated place, ensuring that the chefs can work quickly in their confined space. But storing food is only half the challenge.
So we'll be on it for a bit. I just need to go check some numbers real quick. Okay, it's not a bad number. And that's about it.
So how do they do it? Let's take a look inside the Suds Galley. With storage space at premium and no option for resupply, submarines rely on advanced food preservation techniques to ensure that their
Tonight or tomorrow, maybe tonight, try something different.
from vacuum sealing to freeze drying, every method is carefully selected to maximize shelf life while maintaining nutritional value.
Ooh, that looks like something I like to watch.
The leafy greens, fresh dairy, and soft fruits like bananas and berries are eaten within the first week before they spoil. Earlier produce, like apples and potatoes and carrots, can last for several weeks if stored properly. Eggs, surprisingly, can stay fresh for months without refrigeration if they remain unwashed, as their natural coating prevents bacteria from entering. For long-term storage, subs use vacuum sealing to remove slowing the oxidation process that causes food to spoil. Freeze-dried ingredients like soups, vegetables, and even scrambled eggs are also common. These foods retain their nutrients and flavor.
I'll stay on for a little bit, watch random stuff, and talk to you guys about random stuff.
Canned goods play a vital role in submarine storage.
Come up here.
Vegetables, and even bread can be canned, ensuring a steady supply.
So how's everyone doing right now? I'm back. That was in gaming. We're done doing gaming. We're gonna do this for a little bit, then do something else. I'm just watching random stuff for the hell of it, which is pretty neat. I mean, everyone's on our local spring break started this week, so I can do whatever I want to do now. I'm gonna have crazy hours right now because spring break is started for the area, but I still got work, so it doesn't really matter. Yep. So, got anything to say? Put in the chat. I'll read and answer it. Sorry, I was playing the game. I couldn't read the chat.
With every meal carefully planned and preserved, submarine chefs now face their next challenge: preparing these ingredients in one of the smallest kitchens in the military. Deep inside the submarine, past rows of sleeping quarters and control panels, lies one of the most important rooms on board, the galley. This tiny kitchen, no larger than a walk-in closet, is where the entire crew's meals are prepared. Despite the tight space, the galley must operate like a high-efficiency restaurant, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner for over 100 sailors every single day. Every inch of the galley is designed for maximum functionality. There are no open flames. Fire is a serious hazard on a submarine, so all cooking is done with electric stovetops, ovens, and steamers. Compact refrigerators and freezers store
a steamer,
items, while dry goods are kept in tightly secured cabinets to prevent movement from when the submarine tilts or dives. Storage isn't the only challenge, so is time. The crew works in shifts, meaning meals must be served around the clock. Unlike surface ships where sailors can dine at their leisure, submariners have tightly scheduled meal breaks. Everything must be prepared quickly, efficiently, and in large quantities. The cooking process itself is a balancing act. With limited fresh ingredients, chefs must be creative, modifying recipes as supplies dwindle. Meals are planned in advance, but substitutions are often necessary. Despite these constraints, the kitchen staff works tirelessly to ensure variety and nutrition in every meal. By But how do they actually prepare meals in such a confined space? What techniques allow them to cook full meals for an entire crew without missing a beat? With no open flames allowed, chefs rely on electric stoves, convection ovens, and steamers to cook food. Griddles are used for everything from pancakes to burgers, while pressure cookers help speed up the preparation of stews and soups. Every piece of equipment must be compact, durable, and capable of cooking large quantities of food quickly. One of the biggest challenges is meal variety. As fresh ingredients run low, chefs must adjust menus using frozen, canned, and dehydrated foods without making meals repetitive or boring. Sauces, spices,
Oh, I
and
can't
a little
tell.
creative cooking technique help transform basic ingredients into flavorful dishes. For example, a simple batch of frozen chicken can be turned into grilled chicken one day, stir fried the next, and then shredded into tacos for later in the week.
Hmm.
Time is another critical factor.
Let's see. I think. Say, guys, put in the chat. I'll read it.
Meaning meals must be ready at all hours of the day. There's no room for delays. Everything must be served on time, every time. Teamwork is key, with each chef responsible for different components of the meal to keep service running smoothly. But running a submarine kitchen takes more than just cooking skills. It requires specialized training and adaptability under pressure. If you were a submarine chef, what would be the one meal that you'd make sure to have on board for months underwater?
Hmm.
Let us know in the comments. So, how are these chefs prepared for the unique challenges of submarine life? Cooking on a nuclear sub isn't just about making meals. It's about keeping the crew energized, healthy, and in good spirits during long, isolated missions. That's why submarine chefs, known as culinary specialists, undergo extensive training before ever setting foot in the galley. Unlike regular Navy cooks, they have to master not only cooking skills, but also time management, resourcefulness, and the ability to work under extreme pressure in confined spaces. Their training begins at the U.S. Navy Culinary School, where they learn the
Oh, so you go to culinary. Okay.
Got wild goals? Get one step closer to achieving them with Kodiak's delicious overnights. They're packed with
The silence of a familiar world. A landscape that could almost be mistaken for Earth. Yet there are no birds tweeting overhead, no sound of water running across rocks, only the whisper of an eerie, thin wind brushing across a sandy landscape. This is Mars, and yet in its silence, among the alien dunes and dust, lie the loud echoes of something very human. Robots sent from Earth to explore. And one of them has a story unlike any other. Its name was Opportunity, a rover built for 90 days that lasted nearly 15 years. It climbed craters,
Wow.
weathered storms, and traveled farther than any rover.
Didn't they stop doing that after 20 years?
After it.
Wait, didn't they go to Mars in third grade?
The wind picked up, the sky turned dark, and we never heard from Opportunity again. So what happened to this incredibly resilient rover in its final moments? And what remains of it today, more than 7 years after we lost contact?
We
You're watching V101.
back in third grade, the rover actually hit Mars in third grade.
And want to be a part of this incredible journey, hit the subscribe button. It really helps more
Nah.
than you know.
I'm just gonna watch you for a little bit.
It all began on July 7th, 2003, when a Delta II rocket ignited on the
That was seventh grade, wasn't it? Yeah,
Canaveral carrying the rover.
back in second grade. Actually, during no just summer vacation.
NASA called it MERB, Mars Exploration Rover B. MER-A was its twin, the Spirit rover, but the world would come to know MERB by another name, Opportunity, or OPI for short. A solar-powered, six-wheeled, golf cart-sized robot geologist. Its mission was simple in principle, revolutionary in purpose. Designed to search for evidence of past water on Mars, the key to understanding whether the red planet was ever habitable. 6 months after launch, on January 25th, 2004, after sailing through the vacuum of space, Opportunity
That was third grade.
plunged through the thin Martian atmosphere. Parachutes and rockets slowed it down as airbags inflated around it, encasing the rover in a protective compartment. After hitting the ground, it bounced at least 26 times before coming to a halt inside a crater, a perfect cosmic bullseye. The airbags deflated and the rover was free to explore. The land it had touched down on was called Meridiani Planet, a flat, ancient plain chosen because orbital data hinted at the presence of hematite, a mineral that on Earth often forms in water. And it didn't take long before the first data started pouring in. Images revealed these tiny spheres scattered across the dusty ground, smooth.
Hey guys, got anything safe in the chat? I'll read it because I'm just on here for a little bit of fun. I just had dinner, so that's why I was off for a little bit. I had dinner.
These weren't random rocks. They were hematite concretions formed in liquid water over vast stretches
Hello.
of time.
It's on here. It's had lunch. It's had dinner, so yeah, I'm just on here for gonna be on here for a bit. I might be doing some stuff later, so I'm just killing some time right now.
It had standing water, possibly even entire lakes.
I'm just having fun right now, so anything I say is put in the chat. I'll answer it. Right now, it's my baby. Okay, girly girl. I have a cat right here. I have a cat. I have a cat right there. Yeah, I have a cat right there, which is a pain in the butt.
But no real-time controls. It took up to 20 minutes at a time for each signal to reach Mars, and then 20 minutes to receive one back. Every turn of the wheel was pre-planned.
I have 3 cats.
Every obstacle assessed from
Yeah, I would have a DOG too. Just that.
Sure, Mars
Yeah,
is unforgiving, but opportunity
Buy me.
built
No, I'm not doing that, Rich.
So
Yeah.
engineers continue
So I'm just having fun right now.
over to the test.
I was doing gaming. When I do gaming with this thing, I can't read your comments.
Very close to ending.
So yeah.
While crossing a stretch of what looks like safe terrain,
Yeah.
the rover's wheels began sinking into Martian sand. It was completely stuck, its wheels unable to move forward or back, as these images reveal. Back on Earth, a full-sized replica rover was lowered into a pit filled with simulated Martian soil. Tests ran day and night. NASA engineers desperately worked.
Yeah, I'm trying. Like I said, I'm trying to get 5,000. I mean, I'm just relaxing right now.
After 5 agonizing weeks, after many ideas scrapped, reworked, and tested, Opportunity
I'm just relaxing right now.
a few centimeters at a time. This wasn't the last time it would face danger, but its journey could continue. Its slow, methodical crawl across this alien landscape. It explored craters deeper than any rover had attempted before. It climbed rugged hills.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just having some fun right now.
Shots of sunrises.
Since it's the time, almost summertime here in the U.S., it's gonna be time for me to do some fun stuff.
Martian winters, repositioning itself to catch just enough sunlight to stay functional. Originally designed to travel just 1 kilometer, it drove more than 45 kilometers. The farthest any vehicle has ever traveled on another world to this day. It was a mission that captured the public's imagination, not because the rover was flashy or fast, but because, like the Voyager probes before it, it was resilient. In its quiet persistence, people saw something almost human. But unfortunately, great things must come to an end. And in June 2018, Mars presented the ultimate test. A storm began to brew. At first, it was a regional event, common on Mars, but it grew, and within days, it had circled the entire planet. A global dust storm. The sun began to vanish behind a veil of fine, rust-colored particles. For Opportunity, powered by solar energy, it was a worst-case scenario. Its engineers back on Earth hoped it could hunker down and ride it out as it had done in the past. But this storm was different. It was longer, thicker, and darker. And then, on June 10th, 2018, in the midst of this global storm, came a transmission, a line that would echo around the world. My battery is low, and it's getting dark. Though often misattributed as a quote, the phrase was a poetic interpretation by a NASA engineer based on the rover's final status report. A low power reading, a drop in temperature, and then nothing. It wasn't meant to be a farewell, but it became one, almost as if the rover knew its time was up. And then there was the final image it sent home, a haunting view of the rover's last signal. Not of distant craters or alien rocks, but of the sky. A dim, grainy photo filled with the haze of the storm that Opportunity was trapped within. A fading view of a dying robot. At first, the team hoped it might bounce back. It had survived previous storms. It had endured winters, dust, freezing nights. This rover had a reputation for defying odds, for being scrappy and resilient. But NASA called, and Opportunity didn't answer. They sent wake-up signals day after day, week after week, month after month. Over 1,000 commands were beamed across space, but not one single reply was received. Somewhere on that cold, red desert planet, Opportunity had powered down. It was gone for good. After nearly 15 years on Mars, the Opportunity mission was declared complete by NASA in February 2019. So what does Opportunity look like today, over 7 years since that last transmission? If you could walk up to it, and one day someone might, you'd likely find a small dust-covered machine. Its solar panels dulled by years of Martian storms. Its wheels likely buried in red, rusty regolith. Its mast and camera head no longer scanning the horizon, just staring at the same spot. It would probably feel like a monument, still, quiet, yet full of stories. The dust wouldn't have erased it. Mars is too dry, too still, and the thin atmosphere preserves the past like a museum with no visitors. This image from Martian orbit reveals the exact location of its final resting place, motionless, but still intact. Today, Mars is a planet of robots. Spirit, Curiosity, Perseverance, Geron, plus many more. But Opportunity was something different. It outlived its design. It outperformed its expectations. It caught the hearts of a blue planet. Someday, perhaps, human explorers will arrive in this region of Mars and place a hand on its old, dusty frame and remember the incredible moments of this rover.
Yeah, I wish he did it too, but that's actually.
If you made it this far, thank you. But did you know that over 86% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed? And if you're still here, then you're exactly the kind of person I make these videos for. And if you've enjoyed this journey through the cosmos, I'd love for you to be a part of that moment. So please do hit the subscribe button. It really helps more than you know. And if you want to go one step further and help support the channel directly, you can become a V101 member or patron. The links are in the description. It keeps this project going and gives you some nice perks too, including your name at the end of each video and things like behind the scenes access and exclusive content. Either way, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.
First, there was peanut butter. We had bananas and chocolatey goodness.
What should I do? Oh, I know what I should do. Punch a couple buttons here. Go. No, CC's closed today. I'm staying home today. I'm just gonna look up something real quick here. I just had dinner, so yeah, dinner was good. Yeah, excuse me. This is kind of important.
This weekend, so just out of abundance of caution, we're going to be looking at a first alert weather day issued for our Tuesday, mainly for the evening hours, and then our Saturday as the second cold front comes through. And of the two, between our Tuesday and our Saturday, I think Saturday has a slightly higher chance of severe weather than our Tuesday. Let's go and walk you through it. So that not a lot has changed between earlier this morning and right now when we talk. The difference is just consistency in the data, and that is showing that some of the storms coming up for our Tuesday could flirt with severe weather threshold. But this is not a repeat of what we had last week or a repeat of those tornado events that we had earlier in the season. Now, this is Monday at 10 p.m. The rest of the night tonight, got the upper 60s, lower 70s. Showers are going to be around. Now, severe weather threat is going to be incredibly low with this. This is Tuesday at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Maybe loud at times. May have some thunder, as well as some lightning. Otherwise, by Tuesday evening, by 9 o'clock, some of these little isolated storms could become severe. Also, can't rule out one or two isolated thunderstorms during the evening commute on Tuesday. So we're also seeing that as well. Bottom line, it's an active pattern. And again, we could see some stronger thunderstorms within this. Once we get on the other side of our Tuesday, Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon, it's going to be all about the rain potential depending on where this boundary sets up. I think we're going to start the day, our Wednesday off, with a lot of rain and pockets of some heavier downpours. We'll talk more about the Saturday forecast, your next first alert weather day that's just been issued, coming up.
I don't care. Okay, yeah, I hear birds too. Nope, I have cats. Yeah, I'm thinking about that right now. Actually, what am I doing that right this minute? I might do that right now. I'm gonna get off, guys. I got something else to do right now.